Hi guys, welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. So today we're gonna look into some guidance for your love life. So we're gonna try to seek advice and maybe try to get some clarity about what's going on for you right now in your love life and stuff like that. So we've got three piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So you can pick a pile and we'll get right into your reading. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading and we're gonna look into guidance for you for your love life. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Wands. Then we have the Hermit, clarified by the Lovers and Page of Pentacles. Then we have the Empress, clarified by the Page of Cups. And then we have Death, clarified by the Seven of Cups. We also have Indifferent, Wise, and Charity. Okay. Alright, so since more than just one of you is gonna watch this reading, since it's a general reading, I'm gonna interpret this both as if you were already in a relationship with someone and as if you were single. So whether you're in a relationship or not, I'm gonna try to interpret this message, whatever is your situation. And yeah, just take what resonates with your situation right now. So in both cases, it's saying with the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands that whatever challenges, oh sorry, I'm making the table move, whatever challenges you're facing right now, you have the ability to find the solutions with your own mind, because the King of Swords is telling me that you're a very smart person, you're very fair-minded, you're very just, and like you're really intelligent. And if you just trust your own ability to think things properly and make the right decisions with your own mind and morals and ethics, you'll be able to overcome any challenges coming your way. It's basically saying you're wise, you're smart, you can make the decisions by yourself, you know what's the right thing to do. We've also got Wise to support this here, and we even have the Hermit. This is telling me that like you're a very smart person, you're very wise, you're full of wisdom, and you actually can make fair and right decisions. And if you just trust yourself, this part of yourself, and do what's right, then you're gonna do the right thing. And I'm saying all of this because I feel like there's a decision you need to make in love right now. If you're in a relationship, I feel like you need to decide between two people. And if you're not in a relationship, then I feel like you either want to make an offer to someone, Or, and even if you're in a relationship, because if there's someone else, then you might be thinking about making an offer to that other person. But then if you're single, it could also be that you've got an offer from someone, and you're wondering if you should take that offer. And whatever is the situation, there's a decision that you need to make, and it's basically saying that you're wise enough, smart enough, composed enough to be able to make that decision by yourself. And the right answer is the one that feels fair. It's the one that feels right. It's the one that feels like you're doing the right thing. Like I don't know if you know that feeling, but you probably do, because you have the Hermit and the King of Swords, which means that it's like you shouldn't be making the decision based on anything else than this feeling that you're doing the right thing. And not the right thing by society principles or by what other people are telling you to do. The right thing by yourself. What feels right to you? What feels fair to you? What feels moral, ethical, pure to you? Because I feel you have that purity, that clarity of mind. I feel you've already achieved this within yourself. Being like not caring about other people's thoughts or opinions, and just really caring about what feels right to you as a person. And that's what you should be choosing. If you have to decide between, I'm going to go through all of the examples, okay? Because I feel like there's a decision you need to make here about an offer that you got for someone, that you received from someone, or an offer that you want to make to someone. Okay, so let's say you have to choose between two people. Which one of these two people is the one that for you feels like the best person? And by the best person, I mean the one that resonates with you the most, or the one that you would consider the wisest, or the more like in the mode of goodness. I don't know if you understand that. Like the mode of goodness is like someone who's pure-hearted, someone who's wise, someone who's aligned with their soul, with their purpose, someone you would like automatically see, or the one you would automatically think is a good person, like the one that feels as the best person to you. Like I feel like I'm not clear, but it's just like we all have different values and opinions of like what a good person is, but whatever is a good person in your opinion, whatever you feel is someone that you can trust, or you can love, or that's going to treat you right, or that's aligned with something that's just more virtuous or good. This is what a good person is, right? And it's like you're gonna feel it. Okay, that person is a good person, that person is someone I would want a commitment with, because this is about commitment. With the Page of Pentacles, I clarified it earlier, not gonna lie. I wanted to know what kind of offer, and it was clarified by the Hierophant, which is commitment, higher energy, higher purpose, even some type of spiritual thing. And so I feel like this is something you've been thinking about, or this is something that's been offered to you, and you're reflecting on whether or not you should take it, or whether or not you should propose something. And I think you should. And if you're hesitating as to who you should make the proposal to, and when I say proposal, I'm not necessarily talking about marriage, because it depends where you're at. Some of you are in a relationship with someone and that's the person you want to propose to, or some of you're in a relationship with someone but they're not aligned with you, but there's someone else on your mind that you would want to be with, and then if you're not with them already, then it's not marriage, it would be like dating, and then commitment, and then like depends where you're at. But yes, okay, if you just sit for a minute and reflect on your values, your morals, your ethics, you can easily tell who you want to be with, what do you want to offer them, who's the right person for you, who actually resonates with you. I feel like you already know it, but there's fears blocking you. And with the Page of Cups and the Empress, I feel like you're in love with someone. So but you're not acting towards them. Because with Death, I'm all over the place. With Death and the Seven of Cups, it's like, oh, I know why I'm all over the place. I feel like you're very like emotionally confused. Not about your feelings for the person, but about your fears to go towards the person. And I also don't know if you're the one making the offer or reflecting about making an offer, or if you're the one reflecting about an offer that's been given to you. I feel like most likely you want to commit to someone, or just offer some type of higher commitment to the person you have in mind. But there's fears blocking you with the Seven of Cups. It's like you might fear getting rejected, or you might fear making the wrong decision, or I feel like there's a lot of fears, because with the Seven of Cups, it's like everywhere. Like there's many possible outcomes that wouldn't necessarily be the ones that you were hoping for. But with the Death and the Seven of Cups, it's basically saying that you need to let go of this. Like those fears, this emotional instability, all this here is just let it go, because I feel like if you do step towards that person that feels good to you, it's going to be successful. Whether it's exactly what you're picturing yourself or not, it's going to be successful in a way or another. The Empress and the Page of Cups tells me that, well, on one side, this person has feelings for you, if that's something you're wondering, because I feel like shit could have happened before. I don't know, like you're gonna be in different situations depending on like who's watching this, but there's fears and there's doubts and there's insecurity here that you need to let go of, so that you can open up to this opportunity with this person that feels like is the good person to you. And it's like you're preventing yourself from acting towards them because you're scared of the outcome. But it's basically saying that with indifferent, I read like the signification of this card before I got into the reading, and it's saying that you need to act based on what's good. That's not clear. You need to act based on what's right, not based on the outcome you're gonna get from it. If the right thing to do is to go towards this person, tell them how you feel, tell them what you want. If anything bad happened, then maybe there's an apology that needs to happen. Or if not, then just ignore that comment. But if something went wrong with you and this person, and this is why you have all those fears, and there's a need to apologize, and you're scared of going towards this person because you're not sure if this person is going to accept your apology, well, you should do it, because the right thing to do in a situation like this is to apologize. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is. And I know that's probably not something easy to accept, but the outcome isn't important. The important part is that you did it. You did the right thing, which is to apologize to that person if you did something wrong. Now, maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but maybe you have feelings for this person, and you're so scared of telling them how you feel because you don't know if they're going to reciprocate. Well, the right thing to do in this situation is to tell them how you feel, whether they accept those feelings or not, whether they return those feelings or not, because it's just what's right to do, like the right thing to do. That's the advice. It's like, do what's right. Don't act on fear. Act on what's right. And you know what's right, because I can see it with the Hermit and the King of Swords and the wise person. It's just like Do it because you know that's the right thing to do. Do it because you know this person is the right person for you. Do it because that's what resonates with you. The outcome doesn't matter, because whatever happened, you'll have the satisfaction to have done what was right, and that's going to be good just as that is. And I'm not saying the outcome is going to be bad. I'm saying that the outcome is going to actually be good, but you still need to know that it's better to act on from a place of doing the right thing than from a place of fear. And if you do not act, then you're just letting your fears get in the way of your own happiness and success. Okay, I got carried away and I like skipped over a few things here, but okay, I see that you have feelings for a person here with the Empress and the Page of Cups, and I feel like there's feelings you want to express to this person. Maybe you want to reach out to this person, and maybe you're not doing it because of fear, but it's really saying that you should. You should reach out to this person. You should tell this person how you feel, no matter what your fears are, no matter what the outcome is going to be. You should do it because that's the right thing to do. Now, if you are hesitating between, if this person that you're, oh yeah, and to know who this person is, because some of you are hesitating between two people. Well, that person is the Empress. The Empress is, well, it's more of a feminine energy, and it doesn't mean that it's a girl. It could be a guy, but it just means that this person is creative, because that's a feminine energy. Creative, so they could be artists or writers or any type of like creative thing that you could think of. Like this person could have this within them. It's someone who's very abundant, someone who's good with accumulating wealth in a healthy way. This person has a good nature. They're pure. It's like they're always going to try to do things in a way that makes everyone happy. They're empowered within themselves. They're in a place of self-love, and they're caring, they're nurturing. They would make like an awesome mother, but they don't need anything. I don't know if you get it, because it's like they don't need anything from anyone, but they're incredible at giving. Like they're a really good giver. But they're complete by themselves. Yeah, compassionate, that kind of thing. Okay, just so if there's someone on your mind that like resonates with that kind of persona, then that's the right person. And I feel you already know it. And so if that person made an offer to you, I feel like taking that offer would be the wise choice, would be the good thing to do. Now, if you have an offer to make to that person, I think you should do it however scared you are of the outcome, because I feel like you have nothing to fear. I also feel like it's the right thing to do. I feel like by doing this, you're going to overcome any challenges you might have right now in your love life. And I honestly feel like the outcome is actually going to be positive anyways. So, yeah, charity, the way I interpret this one in this case is that you need to reach out to that person. Not because, like, not... you have to, because it's the right thing to do. Like, I keep repeating the same thing, but it's like the right thing to do right now is to either express your feelings, contact someone, that person, if that's something that, like, whatever is blocking you. Like, I don't know what's blocking you, because there's many possibilities, but if If you have to contact this person, then you should, because that's the right thing to do. If you need to apologize to this person, then you should, because that's the right thing to do. If there's an offer you want to make to that person, communicate your feelings, or communicate your intentions, then you should, because that's the right thing to do. And when you give, and this is what you're going to do if you listen to this advice, when you give, you're not doing it to receive something out of it. That's what charity is. That's what generosity is. You're not reaching out to this person, apologizing to this person, making this offer to this person, or accepting the offer from this person because you want something out of it. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do, because it's what feels right to you, because that's what resonates with you as a person. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you understood what I meant, and I hope it came through you clearly. If you have a hard time doing this, just know that any fear you might have here with the Death and the Seven of Cups is just an illusion. It's easy to say that there's nothing to worry about when you're not in the position of the person who's worrying, which is you right now. But the point is here that you should not be worrying about the outcome. You should be worrying about doing what's right, doing what resonates with you, doing what's right by you and by this person that you seem to have feelings for. So yeah, be honest with yourself, be honest with your feelings, be honest with this person, and be honest with be true to your intentions and morals and ethics and to yourself, and let go of any fear that might hold you back from being true to yourself and doing the right thing. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi guys, if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So we're gonna see, look into some guidance for your love life. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, then the 9 of Cups, clarified by the 5 of Swords, then the 5 of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Swords, and then the World, clarified by the Hierophant, and then we have Expert, Enthusiasm, and Faultless. Okay. Okay, so like I said this to the other pile too. Since this is a general reading, some of you are already in a relationship with someone, some of you are hesitating between leaving a relationship or staying in it, and some of you are just single. And so I'm going to try to interpret that reading in whatever the situation you find yourself in. So just take whatever resonates with your situation. So I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like you're a very career / finances / goal-oriented person. You might resonate with the signs of Taurus and Capricorn. I feel like you're very hardworking, and you could be all about like achieving goals, making money, having stability, and stuff like that. And I feel like this could have brought you some problems or conflicts or delays in your relationship or relationships, because I feel like you've been really focusing on like gaining material stability or having money or security, or like, you know, the more material aspect of life. And this hasn't been that's not letting a lot of space for emotions. And I feel like that could have been difficult for people around you, or for you to open up to a more emotional relationship. And so I feel like if you are in a relationship with someone, or if you've been in a relationship with someone and it hasn't been working, it's probably because the other person was looking for a more emotionally fulfilling relationship, but that's not something you could give them because you're more into the material sides of things. You're more looking towards material fulfillment, money, security, home, career, goals. And the other person was more looking for having children, or having intimacy, or creating some type of emotional connection with you, and that's just not what you were looking for, and so it wasn't working. So that's if you're in a relationship with someone it doesn't work with, or if you've been. Now, if you're single, I feel like you might have been focusing a lot on career and stuff, like I've been saying, and so you haven't been able to find someone who really resonates with your path. And the advice here with the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, whatever situation you're in, is to try and find balance between your goals, your aspirations, finding that security, having this material wealth and stuff like that, and other parts of your life. If you're focusing too much on one thing, then you're not giving space for anything else to come in. And the guidance here is for you to find balance. Now, see if what you want, like if what you desire is a relationship in which both of the people are goal-oriented, career-oriented, money, finances oriented, or like I like, don't take this like in a bad way, but more materialistic focus. Okay, then you should find someone who resonates with that. If that's what you want, that's completely fine. And you know, see, that's a Capricorn or Taurus energy. Taurus and Capricorns are like this. They want wealth, they want stability, they want the house and the money and the career and all that stuff, and that's completely fine. But if you're looking for a partner, if you want to be in a relationship with someone, then you should be with someone who has the same intentions for their future, who are wanting the same things, who resonate with that. Now, if you do want also the emotional part, if that's something that interests you, then you need to give space for this to come in. So that means maybe working less or giving less importance to work and finances and home and stability, and maybe try to focus a bit more on emotional fulfillment and intimacy and just the emotional connection of a relationship. And if you're in a relationship with someone, then this means to give more space for emotions in the relationship. If you are open to that, if that's something you want. If you're single, then it just means to give more space to be with other people, like to give more space for other areas of your life so that love can come in. So let's say you're always studying, or you're always working, or you're always busy. Well, then you don't have time to welcome or anyone in your life, which is not giving much space for love and relationships. With the Nine of Cups and the Five of Swords, I feel like you might have been acting for yourself for a long time, like in the sense that like the actions you were taking or the decisions you were taking were for your own sense gratification or for your own satisfaction, and you weren't really thinking about like other people's happiness. And so in a sense you were acting selfish, and I don't think like this is a bad thing. I'm not like saying you were doing anything wrong. I just feel like you were going your own way. You were going on your own path so that you can feel fulfilled in your own life, which is totally fine. But I also feel like this made you lose some things. Maybe you've lost opportunities to be with a romantic partner because you were so focused on your own goals. Or if you are in a relationship, if you've been in a relationship with someone, maybe you've lost this person, or maybe the relationship failed in some type of way because you were so focused on your own contentment and satisfaction. And so you need to understand that like the choices you make, and I feel like you probably already know those things because I feel like you've already been through those things, but I feel like you're still like you're still adapting yourself to this, to these lessons. I don't feel like you've taken them in completely just yet. I feel like you're still like getting acquainted with them, like the lessons. But yeah, like the choices you make will affect things around you. Like if you're making decisions for yourself and it's affecting people around you, then there's going to be consequences. So making decisions for your own fulfillment and happiness isn't a bad thing, but you need to be aware that if your way of doing things doesn't resonate with other people, then you might lose these people. And if you lose these people, then maybe, maybe they just weren't right for you. So if you've tried to be with someone who wasn't aligned with where you wanted to go, then maybe that person was just not right for you. It's important to be honest with yourself on what is making you happy. What's your idea of being fulfilled? If your idea of being fulfilled is more on the material side, like I've been saying, if your idea of being fulfilled is having a successful career, having a home, being wealthy, having your finances together, and just, being very abundant on the material side, then you go for this. That's completely fine. If that resonates with you, then you go for this, but you can't force someone into wanting the same things as you do. So if you're trying to make things work with someone who hasn't the same idea of what fulfillment is, then maybe that relationship is just not meant to be. Maybe that's just not someone who's compatible with you. And maybe you should look for someone who actually has the same vision as you do so that you can be happy. And that works whether you're in a relationship or not. If you're not in a relationship, then it just means that you need to find someone who's also goal-oriented, who's also career-oriented, who's also going places, and who's also looking for material fulfillment and success. Now, I feel like with the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, if you're single, you could be a reason why you're not in a relationship right now, if you're single, could be because you're looking for someone to prove to yourself that you're good enough. And that's the wrong approach to find love. I feel like you're someone who, whether you're in a relationship or not, you're someone who needs things in order to feel worthy. So let's say you have a good car, then you feel like a more worthy person or a more accomplished person. But if you don't have a car, then you feel like you're lacking in parts of your life. If you have a good girlfriend, a great girlfriend, then you feel like you're worthy. It boosts your ego or your sense of self-worth. But if you're alone, then you feel like, or single, then you feel like there's something that you're lacking, there's something that you're not doing right. You feel like you're not good enough. Well, that's wrong. Just so you know, whether you have the car, whether you have the great job, whether you have the girlfriend or the boyfriend or the house or whatever or not, it really doesn't affect your worthiness. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of being successful. You're worthy of recognition and happiness, whether you have all those material things or not. And this is something that you've been learning, and this is something you still need to learn. I feel like you've been learning it, but you still need to take it in. You still need to understand it in a deeper way, I feel like. So basically, it's saying that if you're in a relationship and you're staying with someone that's not compatible with you because you feel like if you don't have this person, that you're not worthy of love, or there's something that you're lacking, then you're not staying with this person for the right reason. If this person is not compatible with you, then you should look for someone, you should let that person go and look for someone who is compatible with you. Whether you have that particular person or not, whether the relationship is working with that particular person or not, does not have to affect your worthiness. You are worthy, and that is something you need to understand, whether you have that person or not. Now, if you're single and you've been looking for someone and you can't find that someone, well, the reason why you're not finding that someone is probably because you're relying on finding someone to prove yourself that you're worthy. But you need to understand that whether you find someone or not, you're still worthy. And until you understand that, you won't find anyone. Because it means that you haven't learned a lesson, which is self-love and worthiness. Just better. Your own self, you're worthy and you deserve love just because you exist as a person. That's the lesson, basically. You don't need anything to prove to yourself that you're worthy. You don't need a house, you don't need money, you don't need a partner, you don't need a successful career. You're always worthy, and you don't need to prove to yourself that you are. You just are, okay? And I feel like you've been in a place of codependency and a place of lack feeling lonely, or feeling not good enough. And so you've been running after things or people to prove yourself that you are. But the whole lesson is that you don't need to run after anything. You don't need to have anything to be worthy of love. You don't need someone or something to prove to yourself that you're good enough. You are good enough no matter what. And you deserve to be with someone who actually aligns with who you are. If you're a goal or career-oriented person, then you should be with someone who also is, so that you can both uplift each other on your journey to success. Okay? So don't go for people who don't resonate with that, and don't try to be with someone just to prove yourself that you're good enough. If you decide to be in a relationship with someone, it should be because there's a compatibility there. You feel like this person resonates with you. You feel like you can accomplish or realize your goals and dreams and desires with this person. You feel like you guys uplift each other on your life path, and you feel this harmony with this person. If the relationship isn't working, you should not, because of a lack of compatibility, you should not hold on to it. That's basically it. With the world and the Hierophant, I feel like you've been learning all of these things. Everything that I've said, I feel like you've already been learning it, and you're coming to the end of a chapter of those teachings that you've been going through. But like I said before, you're still like tying up loose ends. It's like you've learned all of this, but you still need to apply it in your life. And I feel like that's probably where you're at right now, having to tie up those loose ends, having to make the decisions according to these lessons you've been learning. With expert, this is telling me how good you are at what you're doing. I feel like you're an excellent worker. I feel like whatever is your field of work, you're excellent at it. You're really good. I feel like you're a dedicated person, you're a serious person, you have a lot of potential to be very successful, and I feel like that's where you should be going. And just that in itself says how worthy of a person you are. The person you're going to end up with is going to be really lucky, like truly. Just because who you are as a person, just because of your just innate qualities. Okay? And this is just telling me, this is just a confirmation to me that you need to know that you're good enough. You're good enough. You don't need anything to prove to yourself that you're good enough. You just are. As you are right now. It doesn't matter if some things didn't work out. It doesn't matter if you've been single for a long time, if you haven't found the right person. It doesn't matter if relationships you've been in didn't work out. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't change anything about your worth. And I know I'm gonna keep repeating this because I feel like this is what you need to know the most. Enthusiasm, this is just an advice to be excited about your future, excited about what's coming towards you, excited about your goals, about your dreams. If you go towards this, you're going to find someone who aligns with you. And you're going to be much more happier if you focus on your goals and on what makes you happy and on things that aligns with who you are, than if you focus on things that didn't work out or things that you're lacking. Okay? Faultless, this is a reminder to your that you need, this is something that you need to remind yourself. It's just saying that if things didn't work out in the past with people or in relationships, or if you haven't found the right person yet, it's not because of you. You're not to blame for the situation. You haven't done anything wrong. If something didn't work out, it probably just wasn't meant to work out. Or if you haven't found the right person, it's probably just because the right person isn't in your life yet, and that's okay. It just means that you need to focus on other things in the meantime, and eventually the right person is going to come up. Now, if you've been in disappointing relationships, you're not at fault either. You guys probably weren't compatible, or there's just, you just wouldn't have been truly happy or fulfilled together, or your paths were different. Like, it has nothing to do with you. You're not to blame for it. It's not that you're lacking in something. It just wasn't meant to be, and it means that there's something better for you out there. That's all. So if you feel guilty about anything, or if you feel like things ended up in disappointing ways because of you, then I would advise you to forgive yourself, to accept that sometimes people just don't work out together, and that the way things happened or unfolded were meant to happen this way, so that you can open to receive someone or something that actually aligns with who you are. You haven't done anything wrong. You're good enough. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you chose palm number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hi guys, so if you chose palm number 3, this is your reading. So we're gonna see what advice or guidance you need right now for your love life, or could help you right now in your love life. So we have the 9 of Wands, clarified by the 3 of Wands. Then we have the 7 of Swords, clarified by the 4 of Cups. Then we have the 4 of Wands, clarified by Temperance. And then we have the 10 of Wands, clarified by the Page of Swords. Then we have cleanliness, following the injunctions of Scripture, and submissive. Okay. So you guys are my pile that have been through toxic relationships or difficult situations, or you're the ones like attracting the bad people, or who have been attracting the bad people in the past. If you do not resonate with that, this is probably the wrong pile for you. I feel like you're probably also the more spiritually inclined people. I feel like you could be watching a lot of pick a card readings, or maybe you have been, or maybe you often like rely on other people advice in order, or maybe you're always looking for answers. Okay. Those are just little clues. If you resonate with this, then this is probably your reading, and if you don't, then maybe it's another pile, just so you know. So with the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, this is saying that you should hold your vision on what is it exactly that you want in your love life. I feel like you've been working so hard on yourself and in your life in general in order to have this perfect relationship or romance that you've been dreaming about. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. I feel like you've been through a lot of challenges, and I feel like you're still fighting even now. And as annoying this is gonna sound, I feel like your guides want you to keep going. Not that bad situations are gonna happen again, but it's to say that you're going towards what you want. You can manifest the relationship that you want. You can make it happen if you keep going. You need to stay strong. You need to hold your vision. You need to keep fighting. I feel like you have that energy within you, even if you feel like you don't. I know you're tired with the 9 of Wands. I know you're wounded. I know you've been fighting for so long already. But with the 3 of Wands, this is saying that your vision is right there. What you're envisioning for your love life is right in front of you, and you just need to keep going. Because you have the power to manifest it. But you should not give up. With the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, this is just telling me that, like I've said in the beginning, that you've encountered some difficult people, let's say. I feel like you might have been cheated on. I feel like you might have been deceived or played with. I feel like you've been attracting people who really were not good enough for you. People who were emotionally unavailable. People who mistreated you and took you for granted. And I feel like now what you should do about those people is run away from them as fast as you can. And I feel like this is a lesson that you've been learning, not to accept anything that's less than what you're worth. And those people, if someone lies to you, if someone is deceitful, if someone is manipulative, if someone is a player, if someone is emotionally unavailable, they're not good enough for you. And this is something you know. And so this is telling me here to keep your distance from those people. If an opportunity in love isn't good enough for you, then you say no. You have a vision of what you want. You know exactly the kind of person that you want. You have a dream. You have a vision. You have a fantasies and an idea, a good idea of what kind of person you want and what kind of life you want to have with them. And so if an opportunity comes your way, a person, and offers you something that does not correspond to that vision that you have for yourself, for your love life, then you say no and you walk away. That's the advice here, okay? Because the person that you want, you can have. You are able to manifest that person. It is possible, but you need to keep going. You need to stay focused on that vision, on that person, on that relationship that you want so that you can have it. And you need to say no to any opportunity or person that's less than what you deserve and less than what you have envisioned for yourself. in order to manifest the right person, you need to be in the energy of the Four of Wands and Temperance. So this means stability, this means peacefulness, this means solid foundations, it means happiness, joy, healing, balance, harmony. Okay? So what you want to do in order to manifest the right person is to put yourself into that kind of energy. So this means that you need to find a balance within yourself. So if there's anything left to heal within you, then you should try and go and heal it. So you can do this well in many different ways. If you are already a spiritual person, you probably already know like what kind of work, self-work you can do in order to feel more balanced, and it's going to be different for everyone. Like I'm just going to give examples what I do. Like I journal a lot. I just write about my feelings, or I write about the things I want to manifest, or I do a lot of like manifestation journaling. So you're just like gonna write about your future, or about what you want, or about how you want to feel, as if you were already in that position. So let's say you want to feel happy. Well, you're gonna write like I feel happy, and then take a time to actually feel the happiness as if you were already happy. Like this is a manifestation technique, and this is something you can do. Or if what works with you is working with stones, then you can work with stones. If what works with you is, I don't know, taking a bath, then you can take baths. You know, like whatever is good for you. You need to do those things so that you feel stable, so that you feel in harmony within yourself, so that you feel happy and content within yourself. This is an advice to take time for yourself, take time to love yourself, take time to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to nurture your soul, so that you feel in alignment with who you are, so that you feel in alignment with your soul's purpose, with your life mission, so that you feel stable and in harmony within yourself. Maybe you have a purpose, a special purpose in life, and when you focus on that purpose, you feel like you're in alignment with what you're meant to be doing in this life. So you should be doing this. By staying in that energy, by creating this energy around you, you're putting everything on your side so that you can manifest the vision that you have in love. It's all about energies. If you vibrate a certain energy just by yourself, then you're going to attract this energy towards you. And so if you're in this place of balance, harmony, alignment, joy, happiness, you're going to manifest more of it into your life. And this is how you can keep fighting. This is how you can make that vision of perfect love and relationship come true, materialize before you. Now with the 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords, I'm just seeing that you might be watching too many pick a cards. You might be looking for guidance too much. You might be looking for answers too much. I feel like you have a very good intuition. I feel like you already have all the answers. I feel like you already know what you have to do. And the more you look for informations, the more your intuition gets confused. And I feel like this is something that's getting you off track. So this is an advice to stop looking so much for answers. You already have the answers. Stop looking so much for clarity, because it's actually confusing your intuition. Your intuition is already telling you what you have to do. I feel like everything I've told you, you already know that. You already know that if you've already been doing this, but then you look for answers and you get confused because there's too much information. And so let go of needing to know, and just trust your own intuition and keep doing what you've been doing so well, and things are going to come into place. So with cleanliness, this is saying in order to stay in the right place, because I feel like if you're looking for clarity and information so much, it's probably because you have ups and downs, and in your downs you get like your mind gets I don't know, tainted or whatever. Like say like, okay, I'm gonna start again. Cleanliness means to keep an healthy state of mind, to keep an healthy state, emotional state, to keep an healthy physical state. Okay, so this means by cleaning your environment, by keeping a safe physical space around you, keeping your body clean, you're actually clearing your energy field, which allows you to stay balanced and to stay in this energy of Four of Wands and Temperance. Same thing with your mind. If you focus your mind on things that are nourishing to you, on things that are healthy or positive, then your mind stays clean. If you watch shows, for example, that are filled with negative energies, like cheaters or deceit and manipulation and stuff like that, then you put those energies in your subconscious, and then you get scared, and then you feel that you need to go and get clarity again. But the thing is, you already had clarity, but because you put those energies in your mind by watching those negative shows, well, you've confused your intuition, you've confused your mind, and now your mind is dirty, and so you need to go and clean it again. Okay, and so the advice here is just to keep a clean mind, body, and emotional body. So this means that you should watch things or listen to things like music, shows, books, whatever you read, watch, listen to, should be positive, should have positive vibrations. You shouldn't feed your mind with anything that has negative vibrations, or otherwise you're gonna clutter your intuition. And same thing emotionally. If there are people that are emotionally draining around you, then you should, distance yourself from those people and just surround yourself with people that uplift you and make you feel happy and fulfilled. Because by maintaining a clean state of mind, emotion, physical, body, by keeping those things clean, it'll be more easier for you to stay in this positive atmosphere or state of being or whatever. Okay, following the injunctions of the scripture, this is for you, your own injunctions. Okay, so you know what's right to do. I feel like you're very good at giving advice, and I feel like you probably give so many advice to so many people about their own love life, but you need to follow your own advice. You know what's the right thing to do. You know you know how to align yourself on the right path. You're giving those advice to other people yourself, and so you should just listen to those. This is what this card means. With submissive, it's amplifying this message even more. It's just saying, look, we're giving you advice, and then you're going to be okay, and then you're going to come back so that we can give you the same advice again. When the only thing you have to do is to actually listen to this advice. Once you've listened to it, things are going to get into place. You don't need to come back again and again and again for us, your guides, to give you the same advice again and again and again. You should just listen to them. Listen to your own advice. Listen to the advice we're giving to you now. Keep a clean state of mind, emotional and physical body, and hold your vision. Stop looking so much for answers. You already have them. And try to always be in a state of harmony, peacefulness, joy so that you can manifest it in your life. So yeah, if you chose pile number 3, this was your guidance. I hope it resonated. If it did, like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.